Hello friends, welcome to part 3 of the React Hook series. In this part, we'll learn about a very special hook known as the use effect hook, and it is a very versatile hook and it can be used at many different places. So let's first learn what is use effect hook. So let me start my slide. So the use effect hook performs side effects like DOM update and API calls in functional component. So that's why it is very important, because in almost all production level project you'll have an API call, or DOM update is also there in a lot of projects because you need to update the DOM at a lot of places. So, and what it is a close replacement of actually three lifecycle method: component did mount, component did update, and component will mount, and it can be used in different configuration. That's why it is that much powerful. So let's get started with it with the practical example. So let me stop it. So I am using my old project only, and which is running, but with a class counter. So as always, we will start with the class based component first. So let me copy it and paste it. What we are going to do, we're going to change it. Class counter 1, class counter 1, class counter 1, close it. Also add it here, 1, 1 and 1. Okay, so we are going to change a bit of the things here, and the things will be, first I don't want it outside, so, and the button, this, yeah, it is okay. Let me change click, this is the test. Yeah, so, and the button on click, as I have told, I don't want this, I want it here itself. So the best way to do it is as I have told earlier also, we don't want this to be outside. It can be done with the easier step. So the easier step is this. Okay, so rest, what we are going to have, we are going to have the lifecycle hooks now. So the first one will be component did mount. As you know, component did mount only runs once when the initial render is been done. And what we are going to do, document dot title. So we are going to change this React tab, this title, document dot title equal to clicked this dot state dot count times. So the initial render, it will show how many times it ran. So let me save it. Yeah, clicked 0 times, and it will increase, but it will not increase. For that I need component did update, and it takes two things: priv props and priv state, and again the same thing will go here. So as you can see, we are repeating the code. So when the component did update runs, it runs after the initial render every time the state or props is changed. So we are changing how we are changing the state. We are changing the state by clicking it. So this dot set, whenever we click on the button, this dot set state will run, which will run the render again, so this component did update will also run. So see, now this is also increasing. We increase the font size, yeah. So this it is. So now we want to change it to a hook based component. So how do we change it to hook based component? First, let us make that. Hook counter 1.js RAFCE. So my code snippet is in work, and again with the hook counter also we are going to use a state. So we have to use the use state also, because there is a state variable will be there, and hook counter is basically the replacement of lifecycle hooks, lifecycle methods from class based component. useEffect. Let me come here and first let have those variables count comma, as we have seen in the earlier parts also. This is how it is done, equal to use state initial value of 0, just like here the initial value of 0 is there. Then let me make it here only, return button on click equal to, and set count just count plus 1, click count times hook counter 1 I don't need this anymore and this anymore. Yeah, so this one is coming from here because we have not yet set the document.title, and this will work as it is, but now we want to set the document.title, and for that, see here we have done it through two methods, component did mount and component did update. Now we will see the magic. So we have done the use effect also, so let me use it. Use effect. Oh, so VS Code gave me this nice thing, but we're not learning this now, and we're not learning this also now. I want to learn this much. So this much is that skeleton. So we call a function here. So document dot title equal to clicked count times. So just this much I have to give. Let me remove this space. Yeah, so as you can see, this click 0 time is coming and it is working and everything is done. So what is this useEffect? So right now in this configuration, actually there are different configuration in useEffect. This is the combination of component did mount, the initial render also will be taken care, and component did update. So every time we'll change the state of the props, then also this will run. So simple it is replacing two things. This all code it is replacing with this much. So this is the power of useEffect. So now we will see conditional useEffect. So how, as I have told, there are many different configuration in useEffect. So we will see that. So but for that, what we are going to do, we are going to, let me copy this. Yeah, so First we are going to see a class based example, and what's the need of, then we are going to see a hook based example. Okay, so it is 2, it is 2. Okay, so now we're introducing one more variable, state variable name, which is an empty string. Component did mount, component did update is there. I want a console log also here because it will be helpful what I am going to show. Updating document, updating document title, and click this times. And everything will be like this only, and we are going to have this input box now. Input type equal to text, value equal to this dot state dot, not comma, dot name on change equal to e and this dot set state. So again we are doing it inside only, so we could have created a function e dot target dot value. So this is how React input boxes works. So just if we type something, it will change the state of the name. Okay, so we save it, and class counter 2, remove this, save it, and we have this input box now. So what I want to show, see this console log is there, so every time the component did update will run, it will log. Let me open it. I don't want it here, talk to the bottom. Okay, so I clicked it here, and updating document title, it is working. So it is working as expected because it came here, and this also got changed, and component did update run. But the thing is that this is my input box. So in component did update, I'm not using anything regarding that. But see, even if I type something, it is getting increased. This means this is, so this is getting called component did update. So it should not be called, means I'm not even updating this document title, but it is getting called because a type of state is getting updated, whether it is not related or not, it doesn't matter, it is getting updated. So this causes performance issue in very big production level project, and this is not what it is required. So how to get out of it in a class based component, we'll see that also. So to get out of that in a class based component, what we do, so for this, in the component did update, we have previous state and prev props. So so we have access to the previous state. So prev state dot count not equal to this dot state dot count. So means if it is not increasing, Then we'll shift this above. Then if it is not equal, means if it changes, then only this will run. So let me save it now, remove it, click, it is running. On clicking, so it is not running. See, the counter is not increasing. It is only get increased when I do this, when I click on the button. So we have achieved what we want to do. So now let's get to the hook counter part of the same. So again, for hook counter part, we are going to copy this, hook counter 2, don't want this anymore, hook counter 2, so everything is okay. And as I have told, I need another state const. Again we will have the same name comma set name equal to use state, and this empty string just like a name variable. Then clg use effect updating document title. Yeah, so updating document title, select times, and I need, let me bring it to, okay, so I need that input box. For that I will wrap everything in a fragment, because or else it will give me error. Input type equal to text, value is name on change equal to e set name e dot target dot value, and let me close it, and not, this is not 1, this is 2, so these things we forget. Counter 2, yeah, everything is okay. Let me do it. Counter, yeah, so it is coming. See, use effect updating document title, the first time it ran. Because as I told, it is component component did mount also. So then I click on it, it ran again. Then as user Nabendu I am writing, and it is running again. So the same issue as you have seen. So how to fix that here? So as I've told you, we'll do conditional running. So the people at Facebook knew that this problem is there, and this is a very common problem, so they had made a very simple way to do it. We can pass another argument here, which is known as an array, like this, and that in which I mentioned the count. So what is this count? So count is this variable. So this use effect will run only when the count changes. This statement means that whatever you pass inside the array, there can be 10 more use states also, so you can pass it through a comma. So this count, whenever this count will change, then only this use effect will run. So this means that. So close it. Yeah, first time, second time, now. So it is not running anymore. Whatever I type, it is not running anymore. So we have achieved what we are going to achieve, that conditional rendering. So this completes part 3 of the series. See you soon in the part 4.